cat-cow position. And then instead of focusing on your back this time, just focus on your shoulders, rolling your shoulders. Just roll them back. And whatever your spine wants to do, try to keep it flat if you can, but really focus on just rolling through the shoulders. Whatever pace works for you. Go fast or slow. And just breathe through it. And reverse the direction of those shoulder circles whenever you're ready. And then curl your toes, press it back into a downward facing dog, and just walk your dog. Open up through the shoulders, tuck your chin into your chest. Walk it out and breathe. Good, and then slowly lower those knees back down to the ground. Take a few cat-cow rounding and arcing, making movements along the way that feel good. Good. Now we're gonna lower our front body all the way down onto the ground, and then take one arm out to the side. I'm gonna do my left arm. Whatever arm is out to the side with the palm facing down, roll your body toward that direction so that your arm is out into a T position, and then you're just gonna roll back onto that side of whatever arm's teeing out. And then if you can, try to take your top leg, catch your ankle so that you're taking a quad stretch while you take your shoulder stretch. And breathe here. Good. Just about 3 more deep breaths. Stretching out shoulder and quad. And the exhalation releases your leg, brings you back to the center. Press it back into your tabletop position. And then round and arc through that cat-cow. Resetting the spine as needed. Make little wiggles along the way that feel good. Keep breathing. And then we're going to lower all the way back down. This time, take your other arm out to the side with the palm facing down. Lean onto that arm, that side. Take your top leg and hug it in. So you're stretching out your shoulder and your quad at the same time. Good. 5 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, release your leg. Come back onto your stomach. Press back into your tabletop position. And move back through that cat-cow, rounding and arcing. And you can stay in your round and arc if you want, or you could take another downward facing dog and walk your dog. While you're here, if you want to, come with your top part of your foot onto the mat and just massage through the top of your foot. Make sure you do both feet if you're doing that. About 2 more deep breaths. And then bring it back in to tabletop position. Take a few more cat-cows or little movements along the way. We're gonna keep our back flat, extend right arm and left leg, curl your toe on your right side for balance. And then we're gonna start bringing elbow and knee in and reach it out. Exhale in, inhale out. Move with the breath. Exhaling in, inhaling out. Just 2 more. And then we're gonna have an option to bind here. Or see if you can catch your foot behind you. And then bring your leg up, open up through the shoulder and stretch out that quad. See if you can balance, good. 5 deep breaths here. And on the exhalation, gently release, lower your hand and your knee back to the earth, and then take a few more cat-cows before we do our other side, just making sure your spine is nice and elongated. Until you find your flat tabletop back. Now curl the toe on the left side this time. Extend the left arm, right leg, and start bringing it in and out. Stretch. Move with that breath. Exhale in, inhale out. 3 more. And then we're going to stretch out. See if you can catch your foot behind you. Bring it all the way up and breathe. Look at something not moving. Good. 5 deep breaths here. And on the exhalation, gently release it down. Undulate through the spine just a few more times. And now we're going to cross our legs behind us and then lean back so those legs can come out in front. Do a few figure 4 stretches. We'll just come onto our back. Cross your left ankle over your right knee, or just one of your ankles. It doesn't matter which side. And then just start hugging in whatever leg is crossed over. Hug that in. You could gently press onto your knee, making sure your foot stays flexed on that ankle that's crossed over, and hug the other leg in. Just breathe here with that option to rotate your ankle on the floating leg. Yes. And just make sure you keep the foot flexed on your other side. We're just going to breathe here. Really try to hug that leg and stretch out your IT band. If you are rotating your ankle, make sure you go both directions. And on your exhalation, we're going to fully cross this leg over. Whatever leg is on top, fully cross it over. Take both ankles, so your legs are kind of pretzeled up, and then just hug in gentle little movements side to side. If you're feeling any resistance, just breathe into it and stay there. Another 5 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, gently release and just switch sides. So cross your opposite leg over, your other leg over. Keep this foot flexed and gently press onto your knee to open up through that hip flexor. And in your own time, you could hug the leg, you could rotate the ankle. We're gonna just breathe through this as we hug into it, using the elbow to press, hands to hug. And if you're rotating your ankle, make sure you go both ways. Good. And then fully cross that top leg over. Take your ankles, hug it in, make little movements, feeling into any resistance, and just breathe. Good. One more deep breath in. On the exhalation, gently release. Untangle your legs and take your hands behind your legs. Give yourself a hug and rock yourself up. We're gonna find a comfortable seated position. So grab a block or pillow so you can prop yourself up on there. And we're gonna do some tapping. So make sure you're nice and comfortable. If you want to, you can put an extra sweater, blanket. Sorry, Shasta. And we're going to start with our karate chop. Waking up our energy centers, just karate chopping that pinky side of your hand. As you breathe, just let any emotions, any thoughts move through you. Breathe into it. And now tapping in the center of your forehead, right in between your eyebrows. Just imagine your intuition, your third eye opening up, waking up. And now tapping on your side peripheral vision, your eagle eye, big picture, seeing the big perspective. A few breaths into that. Just focus into your own oneness. And now tapping under your eyes in the sinus area. And just remembering it's okay to feel sad sometimes. Sometimes it's okay to cry. Sometimes we need to just let out negative emotions. And that's okay. And now tapping under your nose. Just right above your lip. And again, just letting out any feelings that you're ready to release. And just letting them burn away just like they were going into a fire. Letting them dissolve and dissipate. And now taking your hand, tapping on your chin. And think of a wolf howling into the moon. It's okay to just let things out, just to let them out. You let it out, you can make space for that you wish to invite into your life. And now taking your hands and tapping on your clavicle bones, feeling proud, feeling loving, feeling confident. Just breathe into that. And now wrapping your arms around, tapping under your arms, or you could go same side. Just imagine giving yourself a big hug with loving energy, creating even more room for all of that love in your life. And now coming up to the crown of your head, tapping right on top, that connection to the oneness of the divine wisdom of the universe. And just breathe as you tap into that energy center. And now we're just going to find comfortable meditative position. So find a relaxed position, but still lifted. Make any little last movements. You could rest your hands in your lap. You could bring your palms together into your heart center. We're just going to focus on our breath. Focus on the inhalation, being about 3 counts. And the exhalation, matching the 3 count. Just keep focusing on inhaling for 1, 2, 3, and exhaling for 1, 2, 3, and just keep that 3 count breath. Inhaling for 3, and exhaling for 3. All the while noticing that space in between your inhalation and exhalation. Noticing the present moment. The breath is always in the moment. With a little lift in the corners of your mouth, a little slight smile, focusing on your breath. And on your next inhalation, inhale, reach your arms all the way out with your palms facing up. Try to stretch even your fingers. And those shoulders are stretched way far out. The arms nice and long. Chin slightly lifted, palms facing upward. Good. Yes, and just keep breathing here. Another 5 deep breaths. On your next exhalation, take your right arm, cross it over to the left side, and let your left arm hug it in. Hug that right arm in and gently try to look behind the right shoulder. Breathe here, another 3 deep breaths. And on your exhalation, release. And then inhale, reach those arms back nice and long, the palms facing up. Deep breath in. And the exhalation takes your left arm over to the right side, just going the other way. Good. And just hug that arm in as you look behind your shoulder on that left side. Breathe. And the exhalation gently releases. Inhale those arms back open into that T position with palms facing up. Good. One more deep breath here. And then exhale, bring your arms all the way up above you. Palms touch at the top. Bring it all the way into your heart center. And namaste.
Namaste.
The light in me honors the light in you.